Swedish. So we are going to be looking at some very important preparation tips. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still in the preparation phase. From my interactions with some of you, I realized that some of you started doing your research. So I want to further boost your research efforts with this lesson. That's the idea behind this night's class. So we're going to be looking at how to conduct our research for universities and for different programs. That's what I'm going to be looking at tonight. But before we go into that, let's lay a foundation. Let's lay a foundation. So I showed you this timeline during our last class that the process begins officially in October. Actually, the process begins officially in October because that is when the application portal will open. Okay? The portal where you can apply to universities in Sweden will not open until October. Okay? So it's going to open somewhere between October 10 and October 20. We don't know the exact date yet, but when it's open, you are going to know. I'm going to announce in the WhatsApp group so that you guys would know. So once the portal opens, you can now begin to apply to school. So I'm going to show you what will likely happen. When the portal opens, we will do another class. That's going to be our next class. Our next class will be sometimes around that period when the portal opens. But today, let's just go through that website today, and then I will show you one or two things. So we are still in the preparation phase. We are still in September. So we are still in the preparation phase from now till when the portal opens. We are going to be doing some preparation. That's the idea. So what I want to do, I want to show you, there are two things I'm going to show you today, and then that will help you with your preparation for those of you who have started doing your research and what have you. Now, there are three important things that you should be doing now. Okay, if you have not started doing these three things, you need to get busy. Okay, don't wait until December, don't wait until January. Okay, start doing those things now. Number one, start doing your research on available universities and courses. So when I say available universities, let me explain it this way. There are many universities in Sweden, but not all of them will not all of them participate in the Swedish Institute Scholarship Program. Okay, not all universities in Sweden participate. Okay, so you need to know, you need to figure out how to know the universities that participate. I'm going to be showing you tonight. Number two is that not all courses are eligible. Even if a university participates in the scholarship program of the Swedish Institute, not all the courses and programs that that university offers will be eligible. Okay, so there's a document called list of eligible master's program that will be released. Look at this file here. This one was released. This is what I'm just going to share. This one is what was used for the 2022-2023 scholarship cycle. You can see here, list of master's program, eligible master's program for the Swedish Institute scholarship. So we are going to have something like this for the 2026-2027 scholarship too. That's what you are preparing for. Okay. So look at it here. You are going to have a document like this. They will release it in most likely January or February. Okay. But when you look at the old documents like this one now, the one for last year, the one for 2 years ago, the one for 3 years ago, it can give you an idea of the schools that will be eligible for the forthcoming one. Okay, what do I mean? Look at this thing here. There's a university in Sweden called Blekinge Institute. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. Blekinge Institute of Technology. Okay, so look at this telecommunication systems in that university. So if you apply, I mean, you have a chance of getting the scholarship. Mechanical engineering, structural mechanics, software engineering, strategic leadership towards sustainability, computer science, industrial economics and management. So we have just 6 courses in this university are eligible. Now, do you think that this university offers just 6 courses? No, there are many other courses that this university offers, but just 6 of the courses there are eligible for the scholarship. Okay, that's what I meant by saying that what in a university, not all the courses will be eligible for what? For the master's program. I mean, for the scholarship. So for you to win the scholarship, now this is where I'm going to. For you to win the scholarship, you need to identify the universities that participate in the SI scholarship program, and you need to identify the courses and apply for those courses in those universities. And how do you know? How will you know? You are going to know by checking out these documents. A document like this. A document like this will be released for 2026, 2027. They've not released it yet. Okay? They're going to release it sometimes in January or February 2026. Okay? So by then, we will know exactly which schools and which programs will qualify. But we don't have to wait till then. We can check the previous documents to forecast and predict and say, okay, well, it's possible that this university will show up again. It's possible that this course will show up again. Hope you guys get my point. So for example, now, there's a particular school that shows up a lot. This Chema University of Technology shows up a lot. There's another school, Uppsala University, shows up a lot. Uppsala should be somewhere. Karolinska Institute also shows up a lot. There are some universities that show up a lot. I mean, they are like, let me say, maybe permanent partners with SI institutes. Okay, so if you apply to schools like that and you select their programs, you have a great chance of what? Of getting admitted and being selected for the scholarship. By the way, for you to win that scholarship, you must first get admitted. So it's a 2-step process. Okay, you apply to a university, to the right university and for the right program, and then you get admitted. That's step 1. And then step 2 is now what? Is now to now get the scholarship, to win the scholarship. So it's a 2-step process. But the first step is to apply for what? Is to apply for admission to the university, apply to the respective university. So that's why this aspect of carrying out your research on available universities and courses, that's why this aspect is extremely important. Okay, you need to do a thorough research to know, okay, what are the requirements of different universities? If I apply for university A, what are my chances of getting admitted? Will I be able to provide all the necessary materials? All the necessary documents? Different universities require different documents. Some universities require you to write letter of recommendation. Some universities will not. In fact, majority of universities will not require letter of recommendation, but some require it. Okay. Majority of universities require you to send SOP, CV. Some of them have a template for you to follow. Okay. In fact, not even some of them. The majority of them have a template for you to follow. So these are things that you need to find out and figure out. So I'm going to take you to the site in a moment, but then let me so here is the document. These are the core documents that you need. I think I talked about this during our last session, but let me just go over it again. You need your international passport, your bachelor's degree certificate. So you must have gotten your bachelor's degree, BSc or B.Ed, B.Eng, B whatever, whatever bachelor's you have. Bachelor in Arts, BA, whatever the bachelor degrees. Then you will need your official academic transcript. So talking about transcripts, there are 2 types of transcripts that people can process. You can process the unofficial one, or you can call it the student copy. What I understand with majority of schools is that if you get your student copy, if you request for it and you have it in hand, you can use it, let me say, you can use it temporarily. And then when the time comes for you to send the official transcript, it's going to be faster. It's going to be faster. So for my school now, the school that I finished from, I can go there and request for my student transcript. And then whatever needs to be done will be done now. So maybe if after 2 months, maybe 2 months from now, 3 months from now, I need that transcript to be sent to Sweden within 1 week, there won't be any delay. So it's best if you have not never requested, if you have never requested for your transcript before, it's best to go and start working on that now so that you'll have a student copy. What you request for now is going to be a student copy. Okay? You cannot request for the official one yet, because if you want to request for the official one, they are going to ask you, where are you sending it to? Okay, they are going to ask you that where do you want to send it to? But you don't know where you want to send it to yet, because you don't know the school you're applying to yet. The portal has not yet been opened. So all those things we are not sure of yet. But you can request for your student copy, and then you have that in hand. You understand my point? So for this English issue, if you are a Nigerian, don't bother about English, okay? You already qualify. You were taught in English from your secondary school days. In the university, you were taught in English. So you don't have any problem with with English. English is not going to be an issue for you if you are a Nigerian. Statement of purpose and motivation letter. You also need this. Majority of schools will require this, and they usually have a template to follow. For the ones that don't have a template to follow, we're probably going to do a class on how to write your statement of purpose or your motivation letter. So watch out for that. That'll probably be in October or November. Then CV also, we are going to also do a class to address these two things, statement of purpose and motivation letter, and how to do your CV or your resume. Then letter of recommendation. Some universities require a letter of recommendation. So I was doing a research and I realized that there's a particular university that is well known in Sweden for engineering courses. That university requires letter of recommendation a lot from students. So some will require it, some will not require it. And then of course, if your documents carry different names, you need to have something to show that you changed your name and something to back that up, and official documents to back that up. So these are the core documents that you will need to apply to universities in Sweden. And then for the scholarship, these are the things that you will need. The scholarship is not the priority now. Like I said, you need to apply for admission first before applying for scholarship. Okay? So the focus for you now is what? Is admission. The focus for you now is what? Is getting the admission. And for you to get the admission, you need to be familiar with this site. Is it the site that is on the screen now? www.universityadmissions.se. You need to be familiar with this site. So we are going to go to this site now, okay? And then I'm going to show you one or two things, how to navigate the site and use it in your research. So here we are at universitiesadmission.se. Let me share my screen so that you can see what I am seeing. I hope you guys are still with me. Let me know if you are with me. Who is with me? Who is still with me? If you are with me, let me see your message in the Zoom chat. Just type and say, yes, I am with you. Let me know who is still with me. Just type and say, yes, I am with you. All right. So this is the site where you are going to what? The site that you are going to use for your application process. More like Sweden's JAM. You know, in Nigeria, we have something called JAM, Joint Admission Matriculations Board. That's what we have in Nigeria. This site I'm showing you is the website of Sweden's JAM. Okay, people in Nigeria will understand what I mean by that. So we call it Universities Admissions. That's the name of the organization. So the body, the organization processes admission into universities in Sweden for all programs, masters, PhD, BSc. Do you understand? So let's start from here. So one of the people that I'm working with, so one of them said he wants to go for sociology. So what you do is that you just come to this place and just type sociology. Let's see what will come up. Sociology. Let's see the courses that will show up or the options that will show up. So once you click on that and you type sociology, that's what you want. I'm going to try some other courses. Let me start with his own sociology. So we are working towards what's it called? Spring 2026. Okay. So we are in summer 2025, autumn. So we are targeting spring 2026. So what we are going to do is we're going to pick programs. We call it programs. Just select programs. So you can see that nothing is showing up for programs here. Let me click that again. Nothing is showing up for programs. So let me go and change. Let me change it to autumn 2026. And then let's see what is going to show. Is anything going to come up? All right. Okay, autumn 2026. So look at it here. It's telling me program for master in sociology. Okay, so University of Gothenburg is offering that. So I have Gothenburg offering sociology, masters in sociology. See Gothenburg again. Linköping University. This is not sociology, but I'm guessing that this is related to sociology. That's why the website is bringing it up. Master's program in democracy, citizenship, and change. So the program, the website will not just bring out that course that you typed. It's also going to bring out related courses. That's one of the interesting things about the site. It will bring out related courses that you can apply for. Okay. In other words, if you, let's say maybe you have a BSc in sociology and you apply to this university, John Coping University, and you apply for this course, conflict, risk, and international security, they will consider you. They will not say that because you did sociology. They will not say that you did not do conflict, risk, and international security as your BSc, that they will not pick you. No, they will still pick you. This course, conflict, risk, and international security, is related to sociology. That's what this site is telling us. That's what it means. Okay. So what you do basically is, okay, you have an idea of, okay, this is what I want to do. You should have like 2 or 3 options. One of the people that I messaged, that I gave the list of, there are some questions I'm asking some people. Somebody said she wants to do engineering. She said, I think she said environmental engineering is the first thing on her mind, and then she mentioned some other types of engineering. Engineering. So let me check for engineering. Let me environmental engineering. So if I type environmental engineering, you can see it's giving me options here. So let me just find courses. Environmental engineering. So program. So look at the options is bringing. You can see it's telling me that we have 41 results for environmental engineering. So I will just scan through all of them and show you. I will show you the outcomes. So the first one here, KTH Royal Institute of Technology. I think this is that school that always requires what's it called? Letter of recommendation. KTH Royal Institute, master's program in environmental engineering and sustainable infrastructure. So you can see environmental engineering here. Master's program in industrial and environmental biotechnology. This one is a little bit different. Biotechnology is what I'm saying here. This one says master's program in civil and architectural engineering, sustainable structural engineering master's program, sustainability engineering and management master's program. So you see the different options, the different courses available, and you will see the universities. Okay. Notice that they are writing application period not open. That's what I said earlier on that word. Application period will not open until October, the middle of October. Okay. If you come to this site by October, you are going to see by October 20 or 21, you are going to see that all these colors would have changed. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's let me do another one. Let me see. Let me check. Another person said they want to do, I think, public health or thereabout. Okay, somebody said mental health nursing. Let me see. Mental health nursing. Let's see whether we are going to get anything for mental health nursing. Mental health nursing. Okay. So I can't see anything here. You can see no course. So let's remove nursing. Remove nursing and let's just type mental health. Let's type mental health. Let's see whether it's going to give us anything. Okay. Nothing is showing up here. Let's put nursing. Let's put nursing. You can see nursing, so many things coming out for nursing here. So let me find courses. Mental health nursing. So here is veterinary nursing. I'm guessing, I don't think this person is what's it called? Is doing veterinary nursing. So I'm guessing this person is more of human health, not veterinary health. So look at the options is giving us for mental health. Master's program in global sexual and reproductive health. That's what we are seeing here. And then interventions in childhood. So that's nursing. Let me see. Pharmacy. Let's see pharmacy. Pharmacy. Let me see whether we're going to see one or two things for pharmacy. So basically, this is one of the first things that you will do. Okay. This is one of the first things that you will do for what's it called now? For your research. Okay. I'm not seeing anything for pharmacy here. I saw something for pharmacy earlier on. Okay, pharmacology, pharmaceutical technology. Okay, let me check this out. Pharmaceutical technology. So you can see the university. So the idea is that what you are basically doing is that, okay, once I pick a course, so this is what I recommend that you do. Let me use that sociology that I used earlier on to take you to the next step. So once you pick let's say you pick sociology now and you say, okay, University of Gothenburg. The next thing you will do is you now go to this university's website and then you want to check their requirements. So I'll go to University of Gothenburg. So Google is taking me to the site. So this is the site, University of Gothenburg. Their masters. I want to check out their masters program. I want to know the requirements. So this is University of Gothenburg. Their requirements for their masters, the requirements for their masters program. So here we have, let's search. Okay, I can see find courses on the left side here. Find courses. And then, so I'm looking for sociology. Sociology. So search. So what I want to do is I want to check out the specific requirements from the university's website. So look at it here. Program for Master in Sociology. Okay, 120 credit. You can see this is what we saw on that university's admissions website. 120 credit. So that's the one that you have to focus on. So let me just click on this. Let me just click on this and then it's going to take me to the site for that program. Okay, so here we are. So I want to check out the program, the requirements, or summary about program content and structure. Who should apply? Let's check out what it has to say about who should apply. Those who are interested in sociology. Applicants to the program must hold a bachelor's degree within the social sciences or equivalent, corresponding to at least 180 credit. 180 credit means you went through 4-year program. That's mean of 180 credits. Those applying also must prove their knowledge of English. Okay. So all these things, as a Nigerian, you qualify. Now, special instructions for application. To apply for the program, you need to fill out and submit the documents, letter of intent / CV. Can you see? So this, you need to do this for you to apply for this program in this university. Letter of intent. Okay, that's something similar to your statement of purpose. What do you intend to do after completing your program? Why do you want to come and study in our university? And then what do you intend to do after completing your program? Okay, so that's what they are telling us here. So that's that for requirements. Okay, so hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. Let me try another one. Let me try another program. Let's see, public health. Public health is a very, very popular program in Sweden. Very popular. Okay. Master's program in public health. This is Umia University. So what I will do now is let me go and check out what Umia University has to offer, and then I'll check their requirements. So this is Umia University. Okay. Allow only necessary. Umia University. I'm looking for public health. Let me see. Hold on. Menu, search for programs and courses. Okay. So, all right, I can type my public health here. Health. Public health. So evidence-based public health. Hold on, let me check out that stuff again. Master's program in public health. All right. So, master's program in public health. Okay, this is it. Master's program in public health, 120 HP, 120 credits. All right, I think this is the right place. So let's check out what the requirements will be. Can you see 120 credits, 2 years? Let me check it again here. Master's program. If you click on show more, it's going to give you more information. Where is it now? So it's telling me, okay, master's program, full-time. All right. So let me go back to the site. So here we are about the program while studying. I'm looking for the requirements. I want to check out the requirements. Master's thesis, eligible courses, future career opportunities, how to apply. Okay. I want you to notice something that they wrote here. Use this form to document your work experience. Can you see that? So this school, this university, if you want to do public health in this university, they will require you to submit something to document your work experience, and they have given you a form. If I click on this and I open the form, let me see. It's going to download. Okay. It's a downloadable file. It's downloading already. It's going to open the form and then we'll check it out. So those are things you take note of. Those are things that you take note of. Our own target is autumn 2026. So, can you see what they wrote here, ladies and gentlemen? Applications open 16 October 2025. That's about, I don't know, that's about 4 weeks from today or 3 weeks from today. So I'm looking for requirements, how to apply. Okay, let's see. Apply online via universitiesadmission.sc, late application. What are the requirements? I want to see the requirements. So these are things that you do now. You check out as many universities as possible, okay? This is not going to give me what I want. You can check out as many things as possible, and so that you know what you are up against. So here is, I'm not seeing anything about requirements on this page. About the program. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, let me just leave this alone. Let me do one more and then we're going to move on to the next thing. So basically, you use this site to check out. Okay, so Umia University, I've checked it. Let me check for another university. Humia, this is Gothenburg. Yeah, University of Gothenburg is also here. So I can also click on show more, and then usually there will be a link somewhere here. This is a link. Let me click on this, open a new tab. Let me see. I think it should take me straight to the site of that program. Correct. That's right. So look at it. University of Gothenburg, Master's Program in Public Health. Master's Program in Public Health. So application has not opened, just like the other school that we checked. Application will not open until October. Can you see? This one is for last year. October, that's when application will open. So let me check out their requirements. Where are the requirements? All right, C3 requirements. Qualifications for admission to the program require professional degree/bachelor's degree of at least 180 credits in a health science, social science, science, economics, arts, or engineering field of education and graded passed or E. Interesting. So these guys are not so particular about you getting a first class before they give you admission. Interesting. So entry requirements for courses within the program are stated in respective course syllabus. So nothing huge. Okay, here they are telling us that applications will be ranked by the Institute of Medicine based on an overall assessment from the specific CV form. So there is a form. Look at it here. Use this form. So there's a form to fill. Let me open this form. This is a PDF document. There's a form that you need to fill. So you want to go to University of Gothenburg for public health. You're going to fill this form, and then they're going to use this form to rank you, to rank your application. So it says state your degree, your university, the year you completed it. Okay. So you're going to fill your details inside this form. And then you attach it to your application. Look at it, statement of intent, 300 words max. So these are things you check out so that you know what you need to work on. You don't wait until November or December before you start doing all these things. I hope you guys understand my point. So doing your research is extremely important now. Okay, so what have I done today? What have I done today? I've basically shown you where to start your research from. You are researching for what? For the universities, for the courses that you want, for the universities that you want, and then you want to check out the requirements and what is needed. Some will require you to write a letter. Some will have a template that you need to follow, like we have seen now. We saw some templates, some forms that we need to follow. These are things that will help you to know what to prepare for and how to begin to get yourself prepared. I hope you guys get my point. So I'm going to wrap it up on that note. Let me see. Does anybody have any question? If you have any question, let me see. Let me just take one or two questions before we round up the class. Let me check the chats box. Does anybody have any question? This application is for autumn 2026. Autumn 2026 starts in I think it starts in August. Okay. So the idea is this. Let me show you I'm coming. There's a site I opened earlier on. Let me show you something. Let me show you the timeline. I'm not sure whether, I think you should have come across it also. I'm coming. Okay, this is so look at this what's it called? This timeline on the website. This is SI Scholarships website. Look at it, Swedish Institute Scholarship. Okay, so what we are targeting is look at it here, October 2025 to January 2026. That's when you apply. to universities. Okay. The winners of the scholarship will be announced in April 2026, and they will resume in August. Okay, so I was saying that what application will start in October. Okay, application starts when? Application starts in October. Look at this chart here. Okay, so this gives us an idea, though this is what they used for last year, but it gives us an idea that, okay, the same thing will happen this year. So application for master's program starts in October, and it's going to run till January. And then February 10, you, what's it called? You can apply for the scholarship. This first one is application for admission into the universities. This second one is for application for the scholarship. And then this third step is when the SI officials will begin to screen people's application for the scholarship. Okay. Meanwhile, once you have submitted your admission applications, they will start processing and screening you. So by March 27, universities will announce students that have been admitted. Are going to get mails and everything. That's going to happen sometimes in March. And then between March and April, the winners of the scholarship will be announced. Okay? And then in August 2026, you are going to resume. Okay? August 2026 is what's it called? Autumn. Let me show you another page. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'll just use Google. Let me just use or let me do it this way. There's a particular page where they put the dates for the different the dates. Okay, no, it's going to be under admissions.se. All right, admissions.se. Let me go to the home page. There's a place where they usually write all those dates for people who are not familiar with winter. Okay, dates and deadlines. If you go to dates and deadlines, so the one we are targeting is autumn semester dates. That's the one that you should be targeting. Let's click on autumn. In fact, let's click on the two, autumn semester dates and spring semester dates. You're going to see the difference. So this is autumn. The first admission rounds will begin when? October 16. Can you see? This is the one you are targeting for the scholarship. Okay? You are targeting the admission applications that begin in October. That's the one you are targeting. The one that begins in October. That begins when? October 15. Why? Because if you go to the scholarship bodies websites, that's what we have here. Look at the scholarship bodies websites. Can you see? October 2025. That's what they have on their website. That's what you're targeting. So that's the autumn admission, autumn semester date. That's what you're targeting. You're not targeting spring. Look at spring here. Spring, I think spring is starting in, look at spring here. Admission for spring starts in June. That's not the one you're targeting. These ones don't qualify for scholarships. Okay? So please don't get it mixed up. The one you're targeting is autumn. So whenever you go to the to the university's admissions website to do your search, your focus should be on autumn dates, autumn 2026. Hope you get my point. Autumn 2026, and then you type whatever course you want to apply for. Let's say somebody wants to do education now. You just type education, and then you can take it on from there. Okay. So education, you're going to see different things about education, and then you can click and go check the sites to find out more. Okay, program, so that it's going to streamline the results for you. So I think I've addressed that question. Have I addressed your question? Who is the person that asked that question? I think it's Khadija. I have a question. Just type your question. If you have a question, just type it. Don't say I have a question. Just type the question. All right, just type your question so I can take it once and for all. What's the question about recommendation letter? Just type your question. What's your question? So any other question? If you have any question, please just let me see your question and then I will try and attend to it to the best of my ability. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I can call it a day, or I can wrap it up on this note if there's no other question. So please go to this site and begin to do your research. Go to university's site and begin to do your research. Somebody says, can someone going for BNSC get the scholarship? No, you cannot. The scholarship is for masters only. Okay? The scholarship is for masters only. Let me show you something about nursing. So the here is, let me type nursing here. Nursing science. Let me show you something about nursing. So BSc nursing. Let me see whether BSc nursing is available. So I'll come here. I'll click on bachelor's level. You can see nursing is not even available for autumn 2026. Let me check for spring 2026. Is nursing available for spring? BSc, there's no scholarship for BSc in Sweden. For this SI scholarship, it's not available for bachelor's program. Okay, it's just for masters, strictly for masters. Somebody says on the recommendation letter, I work in a jungle-like, what's jungle-like organization? I was granted a request to get recommendation letter. You see, the thing is, all this thing this issue of recommendation letter, until you see the template, there's nothing you can do. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that you need to go to the university you want to apply to. This issue of recommendation letter, you need to go to the university you're applying to and see what the template is like. If there is a template, most likely there will be a template. That's why I'm showing you these things now. So there will be a template to follow. That's the pattern with Sweden. Okay, there will be a template to follow, or there will be a form that they will use, that whoever wants to recommend you will use. And that's what you will take to your people where you work. Okay, and then the person will help you to fill the form, and then they're going to stamp it. That's the pattern. Do you understand that? So that's how it works. I hope that helps you a lot. So somebody says, when do we expect the class for letter of intent? That's going to be in October. Letter of intent, CV, statement of purpose, motivation letter, all those things. I'm going to show you how to write all those things. That will be in October, sometimes in October. I don't know the specific date yet. No, you can't. I don't know whether there's a way you can go about it now. I've already told you what to do. Go and check the school you want to apply to. Okay, check the school you want to apply to and find out what the recommendation letter should look like. If somebody wants to recommend you for something, they must know the school now. Recommendation letter is not just generic. They must know the school. They must know the program you are going for. Those are things that, I mean, these developed countries look at. You don't just write a generic letter. You understand? So you need to know what you're applying for, know the school you're applying to, know what you're applying for. Okay? Know what the recommendation letter should look like if they have a template. You understand? And then you now use that to decide on what to tell your people at your workplace. That's how you're going to work it out. Hope you get my point. So whatever, even if it's work experience too, it's still the same thing. There's a template to follow. So you do your research and find out the template to follow. Okay? There's a template for the proof of work experience. There's a template to follow. So you have to find out, I mean, check out that template. By the way, for this proof of work experience, this one is for the scholarship. Universities do not require work experience for scholarship. Maybe except for what's it called now? A few universities. But for the scholarship, there's nothing you can do now. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing you can do about scholarship now until next year, February, when the scholarship portal opens. Okay, so the only thing you can begin to work on now is application to universities between now and what's it called? October, November. Okay, for the scholarship, for work experience, that one is for scholarship. Okay. So, any other thing? Let me see. Any other question? Can you drop the timeline for the admission? I should drop the timeline. The timeline is already there now. Are you not in the WhatsApp? Which WhatsApp group are you in? The timeline is already in the, what's it called? In the Swedish Institute's WhatsApp group. Maybe you are in another WhatsApp group. All right. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I'll wrap it up on the note on this note. So I'll try and do, let me see if I can do a recording. I can sort out the recording of this session and then I will share the recording with you guys so that you can go through it again. I'll also share the link to the sites, to these universities I mentioned with you on the group. So thank you very much. If you have any other questions, you can just message me. I might not respond immediately, okay? But I will definitely respond. It might take some time. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening.